Hey, what's up you guys? We are back doing another part 2 of the Yamaha SU-200. Super big shout out. Thank you everybody that kind of messed with the video. It was way more people that were interested in this than I thought it was going to be. So that's kind of cool. Thank you guys, anybody who subscribed, anybody who liked it, anybody who left a comment. It was very cool to see that because I think this is a kind of unique piece of gear. So I feel that like if you're watching this video, you're either like specifically looking for one of these things or you just like samplers and you're trying to like kind of figure out if this is something maybe you would like or if it's something you can use. Well, the second part of this video, I'm really going to try and cover for you guys what this thing can do, what the effects can you do for it, and maybe just some kind of cool secondary uses that this thing I never even realized it would really show as much as it could until I really started messing with it, and that's really what kind of like inspired doing the series. But other than that, like I said, let's get into it. This isn't really a tutorial or anything like that. It's just kind of using what we've made with it. You guys remember the last beat that we had? So you guys remember we made that in the last video. Here's a little small thing. If you guys want to watch that first video, like I said, if you want to watch the first video, I'll put that up here for you guys. Definitely go check that out. We do cover kind of the basics of this device, but also in this video, like I said, I want to go through the job mode a little bit just because there are some really cool features in this. They could have done a little bit more with it, but like we said, it's 2000. When this thing came out, so it's kind of, you're blessed you got what you got anyways on it. So first off, I just wanted to kind of show you guys, like I said, we have a bunch of different options here. When you get into the job mode, which this is like all your options that you have with something, a really cool feature that is here is they actually have a scale mode, which you can't resample it or you can't record it either. It is just in the job mode as far as I know. If anybody else would, if you have more knowledge about this device than I am, and if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, because I would really love to be able to use the scale in some sort of resampling mode with it not having to technically just like go out. Sometimes that's where this device, it's not that it can't do it, it's just that it's not going to do it in-house, which is kind of the key of a lot of groove boxes versus samplers, where I would consider this much more truly a sampler than a necessary groove box. I mean, you obviously can use it to make a full beat and everything like that, but it is kind of, I think, really programmed for loading it in and not really like the full capability of what we have, 25 years later of what they've made. But nonetheless, this thing, it has a lot of power in what you can use it for. The scale mode, when you go into that, it's going to ask me to select a pad. Let's go to 6, which is our note that we have here. And there's so much texture in those notes, which I really like. You have your bass note, which is going to be 8, but then it goes down. And it is monophonic, unfortunately. If it was a polyphonic one, if we could do multiple ones and make like an actual chord bass, it doesn't really do that. It's just whichever one you hit first. It is really cool. If you find something that you want to put in and you do just want to use this as an outboard gear, something going into it, and then you're sending it out into another recorder or a DAW or something else, then this is a really cool feature that you guys can use with it. I haven't figured out anything to use it with yet, but that's just because I was trying to figure if I could resample this, but cannot necessarily resample it, which kind of stinks. But it is something kind of cool to have. I mean, if you just need to change some stuff, they have, obviously, I can go to job, scale mode. We'll do the other one, which is a little higher. So yeah, you would have to pretty much do it in I guess each pad itself. You'd really have to kind of do it on its own. It is kind of a cool feature. Another thing too that we have here, there is time stretch. So the time stretch on this guy is actually a lot of fun as well. It has a really cool feature where it doesn't change the key that you're in. It only changes the BPM that's there. So if I do time stretch, we'll go time stretch, which pad? Let's go with 8. It's an empty pad. Never mind. Let's go with 7. Let's go with 7, and then we will use it in. Actually, cancel that. This is a mistake. We almost made a boo boo right here. Almost made a boo boo. When you do time stretch, you cannot switch it back. So I'm glad everybody almost saw me fuck up. I've done this video twice now, and that is something I always forget when I'm in this. A really quick thing. Let's show number 3 on the job. Let's go to copy real quick. We're going to copy this guy, and then we're going to take pad 7, and we're going to copy that to pad 8. So we have 2 of these. One of these is going to be a burner. A really good thing and a good piece of advice when using the SU-200. Have a slot for burners, because you will be deleting and you'll be copying a lot. It's really similar to any SP use that anybody's worked with. If you work with the older SPs, having kind of like a workstation one, a performance one, and then your kind of whatever the bare bones of everything is. That's at least how I do this. So I have 2 of the same ones, which that comes in handy because now let's go back. So I want to job time stretch. Let's take number 8. Let's take our burner one, and we're going to time stretch that to a 60 BPM. So this thing is really weird. You have your time here where you can set your BPM. You're stretching it to your BPM. So it is a true time stretch that's happening. So let's go with 5. And it asks, am I sure? I am sure. And this does take a second. Like I said, it's one of those things that older samplers, you just kind of have to have some patience. It's working. There we go. It doesn't take too long. It's got its thing. So our original sample that we had, which is pretty cool. Let's slow her down. Nice. Oh. So originally this guy is at 105 BPM on that hit. They took it down to 60. So still in the same key though, if you guys can hear that. Which is really cool, because a lot of things you find, especially if anybody uses a pocket operator or anything just like kind of rudimentary, usually anytime you're stretching anything, you're going to change the key with it as well. Or if you go into different octaves or anything like that, it usually is just kind of a byproduct that you're going to do that. Thankfully, with this device, the SU-200, that's the same key. It adds a little wobble and a little texture to it, which you either love or you hate. But it is cool because if you want to add a little kind of gurgliness to it, I don't think I like that word. Yeah, boy. But if you want to use something kind of different, that time stretch feature really it adds a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, that's the time stretch feature, guys. That's really kind of the job. The really only thing we've already covered pad volume, as you guys remember. Save, load, delete, and then your MIDI stuff. I have not used this with MIDI. I think that would probably be a cool video, is let me figure this thing out a little bit more with the MIDI and what I can run it with and everything. I think that might be something kind of cool to mess with, because it does have MIDI out and everything with it, which is really convenient, or MIDI in. So it has MIDI in. So I don't really know too much about that though. Not too versed in it yet, but we'll get there. So yeah, guys, that's the job function and everything that's on this. Like I said, really powerful if you're just running it outboard into something. And that's something just kind of to keep in mind with it. I guess let's do the fun part now. This is kind of where we kind of want to end it and just kind of show you guys this. But your effect unit on this. This thing is very cool for about 2 effects that it has. The delay is really nice. And then your filter is really nice. It's more of a low pass filter. I've not really found a high version that I can use yet. Like I said, if you guys know anything in the comments that I'm missing, just let me know, because that's kind of a cool thing. It's got a cool filter on there. Let's go with The delay on this guy is really, really cool. So that, yeah, we're gonna kind of improve the beat that we made last video that you guys remember that I played at the beginning of this one. A really cool use that you can do with this is that it actually can resample all of its effects as well. So if you punch them in, it will do that. So a really cool effect. The delay on here, which I really like to use for drums. So yeah, we have our beat that we made last time. I added the little hi-hat snap on there just so it keeps a count on it, which is nice. But if I hit the delay, there you go. Don't want to mess with this guy too much, but it really only has like 4 different settings. You can kind of hear him click and stuff in there. It's really about halfway up in. You can feel that kind of swing that gets made with it, which I really do enjoy, because then
so good.
as you guys can hear, that adds so much more swing to the beat, rather than when you take your delay off. Not that that's not cool, but a really cool thing you can do if you want to use this as a performance piece is I can switch that up. Boo! Boo that man.
So good and tasty.
I'm totally fucking up just on this.
Holy Jesus. What is that?
Hey, trial and error, y'all.
What the fuck is that?
We're gonna cut all that shit out. Hold up.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, so you guys have kind of like a switch through that you can do with it. You can jump around a bunch in it, but it is really cool. I was going to show you guys just real quick that resample in how we can do that. So really what we're going to do, we're going to resample, and then we're going to go, let's go into the Bs. Let's go 5. We'll go B on 5. My threshold too is this guy right here. So if you got it cranked up, it's when the sound comes in, which is, you know, useful to know, especially if you just try to make like a perfect start and just have to worry about the ending being right, which is really nice because if you turn it all the way down as soon as you hit start, it will start recording. But let's go start and then 3, 2, 1. And now if we go into B, let's go to 5. We will job mode, pad volume 5. Turn that guy all the way up. 127 job. Let's check the one shot. And as you can hear, it has that delay in it, which is really nice. Cool. Yeah, so it's a really good, just hit it on the 4, just try your best on it, really. That's always how beats are, and if you screw up, you just try it again. So we have that guy, so what we're going to do, let's go to A. This is like a weird thing I made with that. Let's delete him. We don't need that guy anymore. Then we're going to copy B5 into A5. So let's go B. We have that guy, job, copy. Let's go B5 to A5. And then we can go to B. We'll delete him. Just always kind of go back, especially when you have it where you want it. Just go back and delete. You don't need two of them. So just go in and make sure, just to conserve space. That's really the crux of this piece of gear, is just you'll eventually run into where you just kind of have to run it beat by beat, project by project. But if you do that, you'll be fine. So now we have two different ones. Yeah, that's cool. That's a lot of fun, you guys. So a thing I can do right here, which is really kind of the best way to, I guess we will, let's go to bank B. We'll do 5 again. Let's resample into 5. We're going to hit start. Let's go back. Let's try and put that whole thing in here. Couple of goof ups there. Let's see. Let's just check it real quick. And the repetitive action of all this, it does the workflow. Like I said, it's super simple. It's super to the point. This is how a lot of people made beats. It's not just type it all together. You got to go back. You got to manage stuff. But I don't know. Part of me likes that. Let's try it one more time. So we're going to go 5. Let's delete 5. I think I can do that a little bit better. Wow. Never mind.
Jesus Christ.
Put that in the blooper reel for you.
That's Jason Bourne.
It's going to be worth it, I swear. Fuck. Goofed again. We goofed again. That felt pretty good. I did enjoy that. Now we'll wait for a million years. There we go. Let's check that out. I thought that was pretty good. Pad volume 5. Like I said, that workflow on this, it just kind of becomes repetitive. You kind of get used to doing it. Let's set it on the loop. I'm confident. There's a little more on there. There's a little extra, but obviously you can go back and do it again, try and get it right. But that is kind of the gist, where it shows you can resample into it, add things on top of that. But really quickly, just to kind of say this, we can wrap this video up. I did want to at least show how the filter works. The filter on this is really cool. Like I said, and sometimes it's a good way if you ever goof up on these things. a good way to mask over that. This filter comes in handy if you are kind of making it quick. If you're trying to kind of cover up and muddy over the little tiny goof ups that you do, this filter is really good for that. It's a low pass filter. I don't know if there's a high pass way to do it. Let me know in the comments if there is. This ribbon controller, it's pretty cool. There's a scratch function, which is complete dog shit. I don't use this thing really ever. It's not really it doesn't sound like a scratch. It sounds more like electronic warble. But yeah, the scratch feature, we'll go into that one another time. But I did want to cover that this ribbon controller, you can do it for pretty much everything. It will control everything. It controls the same parameters. You have your listing of parameters that are up here. But the ribbon cable, it is cool. The scratch on this thing, it's kind of dog shit, so don't really worry about it. But I wanted to throw you guys a beat together real quick, just let you guys see pretty much everything we did together. I worked on a little something with it. So let's thank you guys for watching the video. Like I said, really appreciate the love from the first one. Hopefully we can do the same on this one, if not more. If there's any comments or any questions that you have about the SU-200, put them in the comment section. We're going to do a part 3 for sure, because I want to cover the bypass feature on this, which really kind of deserves its own video. Keep everything posted. We're gonna have everything through TikTok, all the social jumble shit that we don't need to be looking at anyways. But we like making beats, and that's a good place to put them. So. That's a cool little fire beat. Like I said, in this, you can really chop things together, throw it on there. Like I said, there are filter options that you can use for it as well, which just really adds to the quirkiness of this sometimes forgotten piece of gear. Thank you guys very much. Like I said, if you guys are fucking with the channel, I fuck with you, so I appreciate that. I won't beg for subscribers, I don't beg for likes, but if you guys like what we're doing, if you like that somebody is talking about this piece of gear, you know what to do. Well, I will see you guys. Thank you very much. Like I said, see you guys in the next video. Peace.